Hi lovely friends, this is Grace and welcome to another process video. This is going to be my homemade kit share for the month of October/November. The reason why I said October/November is because we are nearing the end of October and I didn't really get a chance to put this together not till recently, and also I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to finish this by the end of the month, and so I'm just going to make sure that I do them October/November so that I don't feel so stressed that I need to get this done by the month of October. Anyways, I wanted to show you what I put in my kit. If you have seen my previous homemade kit shares before, you know that I follow a color scheme based of what Margarita Carlson, the owner of useyourstash.com, and also I belong to her Facebook group, and she always puts together a color scheme that we follow for that month, and I have loved that color scheme. I don't always follow it to a T. I'm kind of a rebel that way, and so if you are just starting to put together your scrapbook homemade kits and you want some inspiration, you want some ideas, go ahead and check the description box below and you can link up to her website. As a side note, I am not paid to say that. I just endorse her just because I love the idea of using or putting together homemade kits from our stash, because we all know that we have a lot of items already in our storage or in our scrapbook rooms, and so I just love that idea. I really do. So I don't, like I said, she doesn't pay me to say that, so I don't know if that makes a difference for you to go and check her out or if it doesn't. So I don't know, but I just want to make sure I let you know that this is all just because I really love the idea of putting together the kits. Going back to the kits, I am rambling today. I don't know why. The color scheme for October was kind of a pink hue. It's not really like the pink that we know, like baby girl pink. It's more kind of a muted old world vintage pink, and then gold, and then black. So one of the things that I noticed in the Facebook group in the comment section was a lot of people were not feeling the pink because of the season. They felt like October needed to be orange or purple, and Margarita did suggest purple. The one thing though that I love about these kits is that it's just based of color, so I can scrapbook a spring one, a spring memory. I can scrapbook an actual fall memory. I can scrapbook a kind of an everyday type of memory, because it's not themed. It's not too themed that I cannot get out of that parameter, if that makes any sense. So what I did was I actually, so I put black and I put the gold. I did do white, and I did do a lot of different hues of pink, and then I also added navy blue. I thought that the navy blue would work really well for some layouts that I can swap the black for. So maybe that will help you put together your kits as far as with the color scheme. It's just kind of not being too focused on just those three colors, but using them as an inspiration to springboard for other stuff. Okay, so let's go back to what items that I put together. Oh, one more thing that I'm going to tell you. So in my previous video where I showed my September Killer Kit video, showed all my pages that I've made with my homemade kit, one thing that I said there was that I noticed that I grab pattern papers a lot. So that was one of the things that I wanted to make sure I had a ton of in this kit, was that I had a lot of papers. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use them all up, but they're in here. So I'm happy that at least I have that option if I do want to use up a lot of papers. Okay, so let's just go from whatever's on top and then we'll go to papers on the bottom. I picked some washi. These ones are from Queen and Company, and let me see if I can close up. Okay, so this one is from Queen and Company. It's just a pink and a kind of a turquoise blue, and then this one is more of a navy and it has stars. And then I make some homemade kind of flare, not really flare, but they're just the bubble stickers from Epiphany Crafts. And then I found this printable from Heidi Swapp and some other people from online, and so I made these a while back, and so I want to use some of them up on my page. They have words. I don't know if you can read it. Okay, so there are those. This one's more, I'm going to use this as more of gold, but it's more mustard. That's that. And then I have this new to me stencil from Clear Scraps. It just has the circles on there, and I thought that would be cute. I didn't put any mist in here, so I might use my ink pad, or I would later pull out a mist. We will see. And then I have a lot of the items that I have here are actually new to me, so they haven't been open, they haven't been played around with. So because my stash of new stuff were getting really high, especially because I went to the Scrapbook Expo in town in the beginning of the month, and so I'm planning on using them up. And here is one that I got Tuesday morning. They're just glittered stars from the DIY shop of American Crafts. And then this one is just a bunch of pearls. They're white pearls from Want to Scrap. I got that from a class that I took at the expo. And then here is something from my actual stash. I didn't use up the rub-ons from last month's kit, and so I'm hoping that I will be able to use up at least some of them. I'm thinking the frames could at least be used up, right? And then the silhouettes, I don't really care for the silhouettes, so I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's go with this one. This one's from Fancy Pants. No, sorry. It's called Fancy Dat, and this one's from My Mind's Eye. And it's just a bunch of die cuts. It's actually more of a wedding themed, but I saw that there's a lot of that kind of light pink, black, and gold. So I said, bingo, you're going to go in my stash. So that's what it is. And then here is, this is going to be my tool of the month. If you followed all my scrapbook kits, homemade scrapbook kit shares before, then you know that I always try to pull out a tool or two to put in my kits so that I can, you know, use up my tools. So this is new to me, and I feel like I can use up these blocks for, I know this is the size for Project Life cards, but I can just cut them up, especially if I have a lot of scraps already, and then layer them on the page. So this is from Avery L. This one is also a new to me item, and this one was purchased Tuesday morning about a couple of months ago, and it has the glitter, but it also is more of a dark pink, so I kind of like that, and this would be of course great for titles. This one is kind of a little off the color scheme, but it has the black letters, so I'm thinking maybe it will work. It might not work. It's October Afternoon. It's just those typed letters, and as you can see, I don't have a lot of the other ones, so maybe I can get creative again in using this up and be able to finally get this out of my scrapbook room. Here is another letter stickers. This one's navy blue, and this is from SCI, never been used, and so it's more puffy stickers, and so I'm hoping to use that. I do have this Loopy Love from Doodlebug, and I have 2 sheets of this, and I just love the font of this because it's the swirly font, and it's white, so it will work well with my color scheme. This is one that I found at a clearance in Michael's, and it has the blues and the pinks, so I'm hoping to use that butterfly somewhere. This is my only ink pad in this collection or in this kit, and it's the denim. Like I said, I'm going to add denim or the navy blue in my kit, so that's why I pulled that out. These ones are from a new Project Life value kit from Heidi Swapp. I actually have it on the other side of my table, so I'm going to show you. This is the box, and it is called Fill in the Blank. And I love these value kits because you get the 4x6, the 3x4, and then an embellishment pack. Here is what it has in there. The only thing though that I kind of have a complaint about, or kind of issue, is I don't know if it's maybe just the pack that I bought or it's the trend is going this direction, but I've bought some Project Life value kits before at Michael's, and the cards this time around is thinner. So I don't know if it's because they want to make sure they add more stuff in here, so the quality of the paper is not the best, and going forward it might not be the best anymore. I don't know, maybe if Becky Higgins or Heidi Swapp is hearing this, I bet they won't, but if somebody from that company is hearing this, if you can tell me why the quality of the paper is not as thick as before. It's just, it's flimsy now. And I mean, it's not so bad because it's going to go on my scrapbook page, so it's going to be layered on top of things, so it's not like it's just so bad, but I really like the thickness, kind of a cardstock feel of the previous cards. So anyways, these are the 3x4s that I'm going to be using. I love the fill in the blank one because, as the title says, you just fill in the blank, and so this will be good for journalings. And it also has these foiled, and this one's fun because it's actually not acetate type. It's thick. Maybe it is acetate type. I can't tell what it is, but it's a kind of clear plastic and it's foiled. I don't know if you could see that. And then it has, of course, the beautiful handwriting of Heidi Swapp. So it has the shine. I picked the shine one, picked the epic one, and also the fun. There's other words there, but those are the ones that I picked out, and also an arrow. And then it has, these ones are the 4x6 cards that I picked. This one is I Love You More Than Blank, and then Boom, which has the gold foil in there, pretty cool, and then Hello. So I thought that these two will be good for titles, and then this one, of course, is journaling. Okay, moving on. This one is also from Michael's clearance section. It's just butterflies, and it doesn't have the black, but the gray one I think would work well as well because of, you know, gray is the lighter version of black, so that's why I picked that, and has the pinks. So we'll see if I can use that. This one's new to me, Chic Tags. It's Cloud 9, and it's just rub-ons, and I noticed that they had the gray and then the dark pink. I might not use the yellows, I don't know, but there's some things there that I can use. I don't know if adding an orange with all of my other stuff will work, but we shall see. So that's that. And then this one is the new Dear Lizzie. I think it's from the document line. I got this from the class that I took and the Scrapbook Expo, and it's just basically wood. They say it's wood buttons, but it's just wood circles. So I thought that would be cute, and it has the gold in there already, and the pinks, and the black, and that turquoise blue. This one is puffy stickers from My Mind's Eye. I love the hearts. That's one of the things that I actually were looking for when I went to the expo, and I did get this pack and I think a couple more packs of heart enamel dots because I don't have those. And then the arrows are fun too. I can use the black and the gray and also the red. Don't know if I can use that one, but we shall see. And this one's a stamp from Gossamer Blue. I try to use some of the stamps that I have. I don't have a lot, but I also feel like I don't give them enough time. So, you know, give enough time to use in my crafting. So I'm hoping to use that. I love this banner right here, and also the circle can be used to make my own background paper. So we shall see. And because I have that ink pad, I'm hoping to use that. This one is also from My Mind's Eye. It's called Just Saying, and it has letter stickers, and there's 4 in there. There's that turquoise, the gold, the black, and the pink, or pink red, which would work really well for my color scheme. So that's why I pulled that out. Again, this is new to me, so never been used. That'll be great. Okay, so let's go on with the paper. Ta-da! Here are all of my papers. There's a lot. Okay, so let's start with the cardstocks. I just pulled out black navy and then the white. This is actually an 8.5 by 11 that I have 2 of those. If you saw my previous double page spread layout, you saw how I used my 8.5 by 11 whites to be part of the background for that. And then I also pulled out 2 of these blue cardstocks because I have a lot of these. So hoping to use that up for some double page spreads. That is another goal of mine this month, is to make double page spreads. I know I had put a question in maybe like 4 videos ago or maybe 5 videos ago if you guys are interested in a double page spread series, and somebody said yes. So I'm going to take that as my excuse or my reason to be accountable to actually make a lot more double page spreads, because I rarely make them and I have a ton of pictures. So that is my goal for this month. So these are my cardstocks. So one of the original color scheme was gold, and I have this pack of glittered just 12 by 12 cardstocks from DCWV, so die cuts with a view, and I pulled out the black, the gold, and then this one is more of a silver, but I can use that like kind of the white in my page. So I am thinking for these items I can either punch out shapes or run them through my silhouette and maybe cut out some titles. I don't know, we will see, but it's kind of a waste if I just use them as a background, don't you think? So I'm gonna cut these apart, see where it goes. And then pattern papers, I have a ton. So as you can see, I have a ton of pinks and then some blacks too. So let's just go from the top. These 2 are from the Oh Darling My Girl from, I think this is Crate Paper. And I like this kind of variegated or ombre look. I guess that's what it's called. And so it's just pink dots, and then on the back it's just kind of cut apart sheet. This one I picked because of the cut apart sheets. So I can use all the pinks, all the turquoise, and the blacks. And then the back side is more of a wood grained brown look. This one is Solstice from, I believe this one's Solstice as well, from Pink Paisley. So I got these ones from the Scrapbook Expo. And this one has hearts. And it has the, let's see if I can close up. It has the dark blue, bluish tone hearts too. So that will work out. That's the beast, that's the front. And then this one is just a pink dotted. And then the back side is, I love this one. Has the wood grain and the blues and the pinks and gray, and so this would be really good as a background paper. And then the other side of this parts was another pink one. So lots of pinks in this collection, or in this homemade kit. What am I saying collection? I don't know. This one is from American Crafts, and it's actually from their summer line. So you can see there's the sunglasses, but of course I'm going to try to use up the pink side. And then this one is from Basic Gray. It's called Capture, and it has the pink dots. Because I have like a whole 25 pack of this, I pulled out 2. So hopefully this could be a good base for a 2-page spread. And then this one is from Simple Stories. October is on the back side. I like to use up the grays on this. And this one's from the Stitch line, Amy Tangerine, the black one. This side has grayish tone, but I think I'm going to go with this side. I also found these ones from Scenic Route. It's, like I said, I hoard a lot of stuff, so this is really old. Anyways, it has the black arrows. I was looking at this and I'm thinking, what am I going to do with this? But I think, I have to be creative in trying to find out how I can use this up, because otherwise it's just going to stick in my drawer and it's going to be forgotten. So we shall see how I can use that one. I did manage to pull out 2 scraps of paper that I wanted to use. These are both from Basic Gray True Love, and it has the pinks and the reds. I love the arrow on this side. So we shall see if I can use that one. And then I have another one that's slightly cut apart. This one is from LE Studio Serendipity, and I like the other side of it because it has all those triangles, so that might be good for layering. This one is from Recollections. It's just honeycomb gray. This one's another recollection paper. I love the triangles, how it all kind of meets in the center. So that's fun, and has different shades of pink. So that's fun. This one is from Doodlebug, and it's just black. It has dots on one side and stripes on the other. So I'm going to use that up. This one is from Bella Boulevard. This is an older line. It's called Kiss Me. And what I love about this is the circles have the colors in my collection except the greens. So I can either punch out all the pinks and the navy blues and whatnot, or I can use the back side, which is more of the navy. So we shall see. And this one is another one from that same line, Kiss Me from Bella Boulevard. And I love papers like this that have different strips, so I can use them in different ways, and they all have different designs on them, so they can stand alone or they can stand together, right? So, and this one's the cut apart sheet on the back side. That one's really cool, so we shall see. This one is from LA Studio Serendipity line again, and it's just a pink grid, but it has these kind of asterisk type and a gray color, and it has cherish on the bottom, so I'm hoping to use that as a background. There's a yellow on the back side, so probably not going to use that with this kit, being that there's no yellow in the kit, or in the color scheme I should say. This one's Graphic 45 and a Lady's Diary collection. So the one side is this, of course, vintage look, which Graphic 45 is known for. But I think I want to go with this strip one on the back. And this one's really bold, but it's really fun too. It's LA Studio Saltwater, and I just love the chevron. It has the pinks and the reds. Like I said, the yellows and the greens are not really part of the color scheme, but I think they work really well. So I can do that in like little increments. Or I can use this backside, which is a bunch of really cool text, kind of muted on the side or distressed on the side. So that's pretty cool. And then the last one is this navy blue. Again, LE Studio Saltwater. And then the other side is the wood grain. I had two of these papers. I used the one already from, I think, like August homemade kit, and then I'm gonna hopefully use up this last one. So there you have it. That is my kit for the month of October and November. I hope that this inspired you to put together your own kit from your stash and to be able to use them up. And follow me or subscribe to my channel so that you can see what I make with these items, as well as click a thumbs up if you thought that this was an informative video. So I will see you when I see you. Bye, guys.